Okay, Adobe keeps adding new AI tools for improving photos. So let's see how the photo restoration works. I'm going to try it on this very flat black and white one, this really old black and white one, and this one that has a little bit of color in it, and see how it goes. So first one, in order to get to the tool, go to Filter, Neural Filters. The one you want is down here at the bottom, Photo Restoration. If you haven't downloaded it, you'll need to download it. Once you have downloaded it, just click on it there and it'll start processing automatically. Note that it can be a bit slow at times. Okay, we're done. As you can see, it really sharpened those eyes. Get down here, you can click to see the before and after. So notice, very blurry now. Big difference already. So I'm going to reduce the enhanced face a little bit because I actually think it's too much. It's not, it looks like it was created by an AI art creation or photo enhancement kind of thing. And I'm actually going to turn up the photo enhance a little bit. There's no scratches on here, so I'm not going to worry about the scratch reduction. Not a lot of noise and halftone artifacts. A little bit, actually. This is going to be coming from your scanned photos, which is what this is. Maybe you're scanning a magazine, or in this case, like I said, an old photo. So I'm going to turn that up a little bit. There we go. I like that. Before, after. So when it comes to saving it, you can output it to the current layer or a new layer. Personally, I prefer to put it on a new layer, hit OK. That way I've still got that original layer as well as the new layer added above it. All right, let's take a look at the next one. The next one, I'm going to actually try to add color to it as well and see how that goes. Something you need to make sure of is that if you go to image mode, make sure, like in this is a black and white image, so if it was in grayscale, it wouldn't actually work to add color, so you need to make sure to switch it over to RGB color, which this one already is. But if I'd done it with that previous one mode, notice it's in grayscale, so I would have actually gotten a pop-up error saying that I needed to switch it over to RGB. Okay. So with this one, I'm going to try to use that line reduction, the scratch reduction. So let's let it process first. All right, looks pretty good already. If I'm looking at the before and now the after, you can actually see that his eyes are partway open. Scratch reduction, this is nice. Notice we've got these lines up here. We've got a line up here. So let's bring that up about 50%. And we should see a nice little improvement on the scratches. Notice right there, and definitely notice that one up there, so I'm going to remove it. See that big difference? You can actually see his hair. So pretty noticeable. Again, I'm going to up my enhanced photo a bit more, and I'm going to drop my enhanced face a little bit. The eyes look a bit creepy on her. Other adjustments, we don't have too much noise here, so I'm not too worried about that. And let's do my halftone again. Since these are scanned, I'm not going to worry about the JPEG artifacts reduction. This is going to be if you have, I mean, it is a JPEG, but it wasn't taken as a JPEG. It's a scan, so I'm going to leave that off. But that's really what you would use these for, is if you have some low-resolution JPEGs that you took with an older camera or something like that. Now let's try colorize. Yeah, not bad. It definitely has that colorized of an old picture look to it, though. There are profiles, but I don't really want any of the profiles for this one. I'm just going to adjust it a bit myself. So I think it's a bit too overly saturated, and we got a bit too much red in there, I think. We have a color artifact reduction again. And you can also manually color. So what I did was auto colored here. So you can uncheck that, and actually if you click within the image up here, you see I picked on the arm there, and then it takes you to a color picker, and then you can pick and then hit OK. And notice what it's going to try to apply that. See, now we got a little bit of color in the arm. I'm not good enough at doing it manually. I prefer to stick with the auto color image and then just kind of tweak my adjustments at that. But for people that are better at it, more power to you. So I'm going to stop playing with it now because this is really just to show you the functionality, not how I'm going to completely finish processing this image, which needs quite a bit of work on it still. But look at the original. Look at it now. Okay, let's cancel out of that one because I don't want to save that as is. And let's go to one that actually already has color on it and see. Not bad. Since this is the most recent out of the three pictures, actually in color, it did a pretty good job of really clearing it up. So with this one, I picked it because I do want to actually look at that artifact reduction and the JPEG artifact reduction and the noise reduction. So let's start with the noise reduction. Oh, I went way too far with that, didn't I? So let's bring that back down. Yeah, that's more believable. And let's do a little bit of color noise reduction as well, since this is a color image. Okay. And we have a couple scratches on here. Scratches over there. Yeah, not too bad. I might want to crank it up a bit more, but I'm not going to because, well, I've kind of just done a quick walkthrough of this. Haven't really taught you too much, but hey, if you're still watching, great, thanks. As you can see, it's not perfect, but Adobe's AI Picture Enhance is actually pretty darn good, and you could then take that, and what I would do is probably create this as another layer, which I will, maybe do some masking between the two or other adjustments and stuff like that, but it certainly gives it a really good starting point in order to continue processing these old images and making them look new. But with old images, you don't really want them to look too new because then they look fake. It's kind of the scratchiness and off color sometimes that makes old images look unique and cool. So try to balance that with making it look like it had just been taken off of a modern day digital camera.